Oh, that's the Washington Post. True. Sources say what sources? Which source said that? A truth. Gotta be careful here. Browsing Twitter on stream. Fuck knows. Yeah, offensive ones are hidden. Who's Sarah Needleman? Oh, she's of the Wall Street Journal. Tech reporter, wife. Yeah. And I mean, that's not a terrible source. That's not a terrible source. Jason's corroborating it. Let's have a look. Is this going to be another one where they say we'll have no involvement? We're definitely hands off. Yeah, but he's backing up from the Wall Street Journal tweet, right? He's buying Activision Blizzard, the troubled publisher behind Call of Duty and World of Warcraft, which has been facing crisis over the last year following numerous reports of sexual misconduct and discrimination. A seismic gaming deal. They should be hands-on with this one. Yeah. Wow. Oof. How's my brain's gone blank. How's the Fallout devs working? Because they were bought by Microsoft as well, right? Stating the amount, we got a price, $70 billion. $70 billion. $70 billion. Dude, I would take that to move to Mixer. Like, for sure. I would, man. Yeah, for 70 billion, you could get me there. Way too much. I don't know. Activision Blizzard is massive because that is King Games as well, right? Because it's Activision Blizzard King, isn't it? I thought King was actually part of the proper name now. I mean, God knows how much money that thing rakes in, abusing everybody with a gambling addiction. Yeah, they're enormous. 70 billion. I mean, these guys don't pay over the odds, right? I mean, that's their job. Christ. I'm trying to think of what... I mean, Microsoft's not like EA. There's been some ups and downs with companies bought by Microsoft. Not all of them go down the pan. Yeah, I mean, Microsoft for me does fall into the okay category. One thing's for sure, though, and I'm reasonably confident on this, but I'd need to double check, but I don't think Microsoft is tolerating any sexism, any racism. Emma's throwing things at my window. What's that? My wife's throwing things at my window. $70 billion, bro. Buying them strictly for COD and mobile games. I mean, Microsoft's just focused on chipping everybody, so I don't think they'll interfere too much on the games. I mean, this is spreading like wildfire now. Oh, we got a news post already. Oh, from Microsoft itself? Oh, whoa! Well, the news broke. They were ready. News.microsoft.com. Xbox and Activision Blizzard King. There it is. Microsoft to acquire Activision Blizzard to bring you joy and community of gaming to everyone and every device. So it's real. It's very real.
You're going to wait for the boys to come home first, though?
Why?
Because I'm going to go straight to bed when I get in the house.
Oh, you could drop them at the office on the way past?
No, because I won't be feeling very well.
Alright, I'll come back and get them. Only around the corner. The office is literally 2 minutes away. I just need to go to the office later and take all this stuff.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you come in at 5, the boys will be here anyway.
Oh, well, I'll figure it out. You're gonna be fine.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll come and get the boys. Even if you're on your way back, I'll be back before you. You'll be fine. With 3 billion people actively playing games today and fueled by a new generation steeped in the joys of interactive entertainment, gaming is now the largest and fastest growing form of entertainment. Today, Microsoft Corp announces plans to acquire Activision Blizzard, a leader in game development and interactive entertainment content publisher. This acquisition will accelerate... do you think Bobby's out? Oh, what? Close this door. I mean, you'll get, like, what's that disgusting term they use to pay off fucking already, like, mega millionaires? The golden parachute. Yeah, the golden parachute. It wouldn't be surprising to see Bobby out. That might be one of the first moves to show that they're making real change. But you know, when I see this, you know what my question is? My genuine question. How bad have things got? Because this would have been unheard of 12 months ago, right? This was unheard of 12 months ago. Like, how bad have things got? That's always my immediate thought. This is like, how bad has this got? Because my gut instinct, and this could be completely wrong, but my gut instinct is this happened fast. Like, really fast. Certainly, because usually these type of deals sometimes takes years to broker. Literally years to broker. Potentially not. This could be the kind of thing that, like, for us Blizzard fans, or at least, you know, were Blizzard fans, this could be exactly what is needed. It's like, this just can't go on. Whatever you guys have been up to just can't go on. You've poisoned the entire business. And Activision itself is poisoned. Bobby still stays, you think? Sometimes they try and leave it like 6 months, but they're actually gone. What else did they say here? This acquisition will accelerate the growth. I imagine we might see like games like WoW on consoles. The acquisition will accelerate the growth in Microsoft's gaming business across mobile, PC, console, and cloud, and will provide building blocks for the metaverse. When the transaction closes, Microsoft will become the world's third largest gaming company by revenue, behind Tencent and Sony. The planned acquisition includes iconic franchises from the Activision Blizzard and King studios like Warcraft, Diablo, Overwatch, Call of Duty, and Candy Crush. Yeah, metaverse. That's a bit. Who knows? Maybe you know, maybe we'll see Master Chief in a battleground near you. You know, that could happen. Heroes of the Storm could return with some really interesting characters. Right? The resurgence of Heroes of the Storm, that could be interesting. In addition to global esports activities through Major League Gaming. Oh god, yeah, they own the Overwatch League now. The company has studios around the world with nearly 10,000 employees. Gaming is the most dynamic and exciting category in entertainment across all platforms today and will play a key role in the development of the metaverse platforms. They're pushing this word. Said Satya Nadella, chairman and CEO of Microsoft. We're investing deeply in world-class content, community, and the cloud to usher a new era of gaming that puts players and creators first and makes gaming safe, inclusive. Oh shit, there it is. And makes gaming safe, inclusive, and accessible to all. You fucked, Bobby. Oh, Bobby. Oh, Bobby. That's it. I mean, you'll retire a fucking wealthy man. You'll retire a wealthy man, but yeah. He's been confirmed to stay. Let's see in 6 months. Let's see in 6 months. I see this seems to go like in this seems to go in a very roundabout way when you see these purchases. Exodus is staying. We're not going to rock the boat. We're going to keep things going. And then in 6-7 months, we'll see what happens. Yeah, $70 billion. Won't even be 6 months. It has been shorter in the past. But usually when these things happen. Yeah, I know Bobby's mentioned my name. I'm telling you, I will put 50 subs. He's gone in 6 months. Where's the other one? The full press release. Someone linked it before, I think, but it got timed out. Let's have a look. I can't see it. It's been erased. Oh, nice one. Thank you, Nick. Got it, buddy. Redmond, Washington, and Santa Monica, California. With 3 billion people actively playing games today and fueled by a new generation steeped in the joys of interactive entertainment, gaming is now the largest and fastest growing form of entertainment. Today, Microsoft announced plans to acquire Activision Blizzard, a leader in game development and interactive entertainment content publisher. This acquisition will accelerate the growth of mobile and PC and console and cloud. Okay. $95 per share. And in an all-cash transaction valued at $68.7 billion. Mother trucker. Inclusive of Activision Blizzard's net cash. When the transaction closes, Microsoft will become the world's third largest gaming company by revenue, behind Tencent and Sony. Candy Crush and 10,000 employees. Bobby Kotick will continue to serve as CEO, and he and his team will maintain their focus on driving efforts to further strengthen the company's culture and accelerate business growth. What's the deal, guy? We'll see. We'll see on that one. Once the deal closes, the Activision Blizzard business will report to Phil Spencer, CEO of Microsoft. Gaming is the most dynamic. I don't believe that for a fucking heartbeat. I don't believe that for a fucking second. I would not be fucking surprised if they put him in an office in the corner on the top floor and they lock the door. And they're like, come out in 6 months. But stay in there, shut the fuck up, and don't do anything. Gaming is the most dynamic and exciting category in entertainment. We're deeply invested in world-class content, community in the cloud to usher in a new era of gaming. Shut up the cloud. It puts players and creators first and makes gaming safe, inclusive, and accessible to all. Players everywhere love Activision Blizzard games, and we believe the creative teams have their best work in front of them, said Phil Spencer. Together, we will build a future where people can play the games they want virtually anywhere they want. For more than 30 years, our incredibly talented teams have created some of the most successful games, said Bobby Kotick, CEO. The combination of Activision Blizzard's world-class talent and extraordinary franchises with Microsoft's technology, distribution, access to talent, ambitious vision, and shared commitment to gaming and inclusion will help ensure our continued success in the increasingly competitive industry. We're going to fix it, guys. We're going to fix it. Microsoft could do it, though. I believe. I believe. Mobile is the largest segment in gaming. I don't care. I mean, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I don't really fucking care if I never play a Blizzard game again. I don't really care about that. I care about whether or not these 10,000 employees are working somewhere that's a good place to work. That's all I'm interested in at this point. I'm fucking not asked whatsoever whether Warcraft is amazing next expansion or whatever. That would be great. That would be fantastic. But realistically, that company needs fixing up. Right? I literally spoke to somebody who got fired from Blizzard. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't talk about this a lot, but I do talk to people at Blizzard. And imagine, even theoretically, even if you don't want to believe me, imagine working in this environment. Imagine. Oh, they're closing the wedding? Okay. Get back in quick. I'll get to that in a sec. Wedding's closing. I'm already out. I've been booted. I missed it, unfortunately. Sorry I missed it. I mean, unfortunately, the wedding did time with the acquisition of Activision Blizzard. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I am genuinely sorry. It was just the most inopportune time in the world. Right. So, just imagine for a heartbeat that wherever you work right now, You get an email one day that says you're going to be losing your job. And then it says, we don't know when. But in sometime in the future, your job will be gone. We're letting you know now, but your job will be winding down. We don't know when. Now imagine, for the most part, what the environment in that place is like. The next day, a week later, every day you come to work, you do your job well, you like it, but this might be the day that you get told to go home. Every single day. Then imagine that the company that's told you you're definitely losing your job puts more and more pressure on you because things are going badly for the company. And they really, really need you to work extra, extra hard in order to counteract the fact that this company is having a lot of problems right now. Then you get a reminder email about 8 months later saying you definitely are losing your job, by the way. Now imagine this process continues and deteriorates for 2 years. 2 years. And you live in those, work in those conditions for 2 years under that amount of stress, under that amount of tension and fear as more and more people find other jobs. Yet, the company that's definitely going to fire you is also trying to give you extra salary bonuses to stick around while everybody else finds another job. Because despite the fact they're getting rid of you, they need you. Right? Imagine that environment. Imagine how you feel every single fucking day going into that. And why do you do it? Because you love Blizzard. And you've always loved Blizzard. And you've always liked it. Well, I can tell you with happiness in my heart that the person I'm talking about, I spoke to last week, is happier than ever. And has moved on and found another job. And is very happy. So. How that environment even lasted. Mobile is the largest segment in gaming. No! Boo! With nearly 95% of all players globally enjoying games on mobile. Boo! Through great teams and great technology, Microsoft and Activision Blizzard will empower players to enjoy the most immersive franchises like Halo and Warcraft virtually anywhere they want. With games like Candy Crush, Activision Blizzard's mobile business represents a significant presence and opportunity for Microsoft in this fast-growing segment. Is it entirely possible they bought them because they really just wanted King? And let's see what else we can shoe in. I can imagine World of Warcraft Garrison Mobile, where you can buy Apex crystals to get your Garrison resources faster. Which would be sick. For $5 for like 1,000 Apex's crystals, you get to open your Garrison box faster and get some gear to go into a dungeon where NPCs just battle each other out. Don't give them ideas. I can totally foresee it. I can totally foresee it. I mean, I'm doomsaying a little bit, but not out of any seriousness. I just think Microsoft might be really good. I do. Microsoft has the potential to be really, really good. That's my overarching statement. Any jokes aside, Microsoft could be really good. Yeah, how will this affect Game Pass? Will World of Warcraft come to Game Pass? Mayhaps. Mayhaps. The acquisition also bolsters Microsoft Game Pass portfolio, which plans to launch Activision Blizzard games into Game Pass, which has reached a new milestone of over 25 million subscribers. That could be the big boost. With Activision Blizzard's nearly 400 million monthly active players in 190 countries and $3 billion franchises, this acquisition will make Game Pass one of the most compelling and diverse lineups of gaming content in the industry. Upon close, Microsoft will have 30 internal game development studios, along with additional publishing of esports production capabilities. That could be really healthy. The game would probably change a bit, maybe. There's a few MMOs on Game Pass. I haven't checked Game Pass in a while. I only really check it on the Xbox when my kids are playing it. We'd take 2 acquisition of Zynga. Yeah, true. If WoW goes on console, some skills will have to go. Maybe. I mean, it's a UI redevelopment issue more than anything. We'll see. But they do have separate games that are Game Pass PC and Game Pass console. They have different games. They for sure have different games. So it not necessarily needs to go to console. They do have PC exclusives on the PC Game Pass. What, Crusher? What? Yeah, WoW has control support. I don't think it's unthinkable. I actually don't even think it's a problem. I'll be honest with you. I really don't think WoW with controller is a problem. I don't think it's an issue. If you want to play, I mean, Final Fantasy gets played with a console. What's the problem? If you want to play with a controller, what's that mean? Does that mean we'll all need an Xbox? No, we haven't needed that for a while. It has 48 skills, right? But WoW's not that far ahead in terms of how they do stuff. And in terms of how much you press, like, if you think about it realistically, I mean, bosses have been done with controllers already. You guys know this. We almost did a video on it, but I think Bellula did it like a week before we were going to do it. Like, loads of people have already done it with World of Warcraft anyway. You only use, like, in World of Warcraft, you only use, like, 6 active buttons and then some cooldowns. That's it. You don't do more than that in, like, an encounter-by-encounter basis unless you're playing some dumbfuck class, like Resto Druid or something. Microsoft gets total monopoly on tech and games. Nah, there's still competition. I wouldn't worry about that. Not right now, anyway. Yeah, they're not quite at the monopoly phase. I see what you're saying, but they're not quite there yet. Let's finish reading this, though, because there might be information that's interesting. The transaction is subject to customary closing conditions and completion of regulatory review and Activision Blizzard shareholder approval. The deal is expected to close in fiscal year 2023 and will be accretive to non-GAAP earnings per share upon close. The transaction has been approved by the board of directors of both Microsoft and Activision Blizzard. The advisors, Goldman Sachs. Yep. Yep, just pissing money. Allen and Company. Fast facts on gaming. The $200+ billion gaming industry is the largest, fastest growing form of entertainment. In 2021 alone, the total number of video game releases was up 64% compared to 2020. Yeah, but that's mostly what's on fucking Steam Greenlight or some shit. 51% of players in the US reporting spending more than 7 hours a week across console, PC, and mobile. Noobs. Fucking amateurs, man. 7 hours a week? You gotta pump those numbers up, kids. You never gotta fucking get your double legendaries. You gotta work those numbers up, lad. 7 hours. The fuck do you think this is? How are you gonna get your Legos? Jokers. 3 billion people play globally each day, which you expect to grow to 4.5 billion by 2030. More than 100 million gamers, including over 25 million Xbox Game Pass members, play Xbox games across console, PC, mobile phones, and tablets each month. Wow. Yeah, 7 hours a week. What's that on your train ride to work, playing Temple Run or some shit? Yeah, Xbox. I don't know. I'm kind of confident in this. I kind of like this. I think this is pretty good. I kind of got some hope in this. Yeah, I've got some hope in this. I think this is pretty good. If it was EA, you know, or our French friends, I might be a little wary. I'm kind of okay with this. It's another step towards gaming monopolies. I mean, business be business, right? I mean, if you have an issue with that, that's why you look to you good indie devs, right? Of which there are many. I mean, the gaming monopolies are only going to be if you buy those games. It's your choice. I'm okay with this. I mean, there's some definitely big positives that could come from this. One, it being on Game Pass. If we're looking at World of Warcraft alone, it being on Game Pass is a really good boost for people just checking out the game, falling in love with it, giving that new lease on life, that fresh blood. That's cool. I think they probably have to alter the game quite a lot, though. I can't speak what the new player experience of WoW is right now, but I imagine it's awful. my guess at last I played it is awful. And I mean I'm in the position now where I haven't played World of Warcraft in, somebody would have to give me the numbers, but like it feels like 6 months, maybe something like that. And I feel like I don't know how WoW works anymore. That's how I feel personally. I haven't played it like 6 months, although I played that game for like 12 years or whatever, and I feel like I don't know how that game works. Yeah, it's something like 6 months ago. I feel like I don't know how that game works, and I would be unable to advise anybody on anything that's happening in that game because I don't know. I don't know what's happening in 9.2 or anything like that. Should see the Ven Rookie video about people just quitting. What, Ven did one? He doesn't usually do those, does he? How does Ven know? It's really good. Why Frost Mage is not viable in PvP. Necrolord Demon Hunter is broken. You shouldn't play Demon Hunter. Why new players are quitting World of Warcraft? Oh, it's 5 minutes. What a chat. You know, I asked Fenruki to do a one-to-one. I've never been able to speak to him. I've never had opportunity to speak to him, I should say. But he didn't reply to me. Wow.
Get burnt out of this game. Playing alts has been really, really fun for me. I mix it up, man. Sometimes I focus on TBC, sometimes I focus on retail. I've been playing lots of different classes. I just give myself like little projects in the game. Yeah, I mean, alts are what keep the game fresh. 100%. Here's another thing that's really, really important. I wish the developers understood this. Well, maybe they do understand it. Maybe they don't. I don't know. I don't know who needs to hear it, but it's not just an alt problem. Like, you have people that want to return to the game and try the expansion, and they can't. Because it's totally unrealistic, the stuff they need to do to be able to play the game.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean? If someone's a WoW player and they want to like try out Mythic Plus and try out raiding and try out PvP, the amount of shit they have to do to get to that point is actually dumb. Like
what do you need to do now if you're a new player? You need to cap your character, choose a covenant. You do need to farm renown, although it'll be faster. You need to farm the conduits. You need to do your Torghast to get your legendaries. In 9.2, you'll have to do a new farm to get double legendaries. Renown, Legos, conduits. I know it was like unbearable for me to do the alts.
Apologize,
I tried to do it. I tried. I couldn't do it.
Even if they keep adding alts catch-up, there needs to just be catch-up because some people don't have alts. Some people, it's just their main character, and if it's just your main character, you're totally screwed. So that's my 2 cents. I had an experience. Here's an experience that I had. This alone should be a video. Like, I should just make a video and send this to the developers. Okay, here we go.
Doesn't work.
You ready? This is what happened. I'm gonna tell.
Maybe from you, it didn't work for me though.
All right, we might actually turn this into a YouTube video or something like that. Okay. Here's a little story for you guys. Okay, and this is a situation I feel like the developers should be made aware of because people want to play the game, but they can't. Okay, and obviously saying that they can't is hyperbole, but you have to understand it's like this is the analogy I like to use. The analogy I like to use is it's like someone says, "Oh man, I want to go for a hike." You know what I mean? It's like their first hike they've ever done in their whole life, and you drop them off at the base of Mount Everest. Okay? You drop them off at the base of Mount Everest. It's just they're gonna give up before they even try. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how it is in WoW right now. And I know that they added a lot of catch-up stuff for alts, but it's not just alts you have to be concerned with. I think you should be even more concerned with getting new players into the game or people that haven't tried Shadowlands that want to play Shadowlands. Okay? So this is a real story. I shit you not. Okay? I was doing LFG, and I saw a Rep Paladin that was like 1,200. And I was like, I'm going to help this guy get his 1,400 so he can upgrade his gear. So I joined his group. We play a bunch of games. He goes up some rating. He gets to like 1,500 or something like that. And then I noticed he doesn't have a legendary. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You don't have a legendary? That's crazy. And then I realized he didn't have a covenant. Okay, so he had no legendary, no covenant, and then he started linking me his conduits. Okay?
Oh, he's a boosted Andy.
He started linking me his conduits and asked how he could put them in his gear. So he's trying to socket his conduits into his gear because he didn't understand how any of it worked.
Just as an aside, just an aside, because it's really on topic, this. I invited back to the game. I made that mistake we've all made. Is I convinced somebody to come back to World of Warcraft. I'm sorry. Father, forgive me for my sins. But this player that I invited back to the game was one of the best players I ever played with in World of Warcraft. How could I have doubts? Literally one of the best players I'd ever played with in PvP, in PvE. Just fantastic player. This would have been during Wrath of the Lich King, I think. And I invited him back to the game. And he came back. He said, yeah, that sounds awesome. I can't wait to play with you. I can't wait to play with you again. And I was like, same, dude. I cannot wait to play with you either. And he came back to the game. And he capped. Because, I mean, leveling's not hard. You can roll your face and level. So and this is an experienced player. This is not a noob. This is an experienced player. He played all the way through the Burning Crusade. And he joined and he came in. And 2 weeks in, he just messaged me saying, I'm done. I just don't get how this game works anymore. Now, as somebody who'd been playing it day in, day out and was still a bit of a fucking fool, assuming everybody knew what I did, which is a common problem we have with Twitch and with gamers in general, is if you know the knowledge, then you assume everybody else knows, because how would you know? Unless it was common knowledge, right? We deal with this every fucking day. So I said, what's the problem? He said, first of all, I realized yesterday I'd been fucking up gems. I was like, well, how the fuck do you screw up gems? They had gems in the Burning Crusade. It's like, well, they're color-coded now, and I thought you had to do that. And then I got called out in a dungeon group for not doing it right, and I didn't know what they meant. And then I went back to the fucking auction house. And it's because in Wrath of the Lich King, we had color-coded items that gained bonus, right? They gave you certain bonuses if you matched the colors up, but you didn't have to do that. But he didn't know that because it wasn't intuitive. So he was like matching all his colors up. So he had all this dodgy stuff in his gear, which wasn't min-maxed. Ergo, as far as people in the know considered him, he might as well have been COVID-25 and wiping out everything on Earth, as it is in World of Warcraft, right? Is if you are not min-maxing, you are literally the plague of rats running through the city, murdering children. That's basically what you are, because you are fucking shit. It doesn't matter if you play really well, somebody will find fucking something that you're doing wrong, and that means you are fucking shit at everything. And he's a good player. And he was like, people are just abusing me all the time. They're not even telling me what I've done wrong. They're just calling me a fucking noob. I was like, I don't see the issue. And he's like, it's gems. So I just thought off the cuff, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, you don't have to match the colors. Sometimes it'll be beneficial, sometimes it won't, but in general, you just throw these gems in. It's like, I don't care. That was what he said to me. He's like, I don't care. This is boring. I just want to play. I just want to go and do some BGs. I just want to go and do this. I just want to, like, if I just fucking want to play the game. I don't want to sit around fanning about with gems. I can't be arsed. And I got where he was coming from, and it shocked me a little bit. It's like, I just can't be fucking bothered. Like, this is just doing my fucking head in. I know it's not complicated. I know I can learn it, but then there's something else, like some sort of reputation thing that you need. Oh, yeah, it was Sons of Hodir. It's like, so I just want to enchant my shoulders. Apparently, I have to grind for 2 months to do that. I was like, well, you get like a baby version after like a week, but yeah, it takes like 2 months to get the good one. It's like, I can't be fucking arsed. I cannot be arsed. I cannot be asked going and doing boring daily quests every day for 2 months so I can have a slightly better shoulder enchant. I can't be asked. I'm just not interested at all. I could do like 5 games in that time, which would be more fun than doing Hodir daily quests. And I couldn't argue with any of it. And you look at it now, and he left. He just left the game. It's like, thanks for the invite, but, you know, I'm going. And it made me really sad because... and then you look at it now, and it's like 10 times worse than that now. It's like only gotten worse since that point. It just magnified from there. I mean, we're talking Wrath of the Lich King, which was like some daily quests and gems, and you were done. Like, yeah, that was it. You were good. But since then, it's gotten worse and worse. And right, more and more players are going, I could just be playing something else, and it would be more fun.
Now, this guy, I assume, bought a level 60 boost. Okay. This guy bought a level 60 boost, and what he did was just play BGs. So he just played a bunch of BGs. I actually have his armory right here. His name is Holy Dickens, okay? You guys can look at his gear, okay?
Baller.
He's got his... He grinded all of his honor gear. This is what he did.
I want to point out I have no idea how PvP gear farming works. I imagine it sucks for some reason. I don't know what it is. But... yeah, that's as much as I know. That's as much as I know.
He grinded all of his honor gear. Okay? He's right here. And then after he got full honor gear, he started queuing rated arena. And obviously, he's got no legendary, he's got no covenant, he's got no conduits, he's got no chance. So he's hard stuck 1200, grinding out the conquest wins. He's like
was he enjoying
300
himself?
games played. And then I joined his group. This is the true story. I join his group, we play, we get 1500, and I tell him, I'm like, bro, you don't have your legendary, you don't have your conduits, you don't have your covenant. Like, you need to get those. I literally get in Discord with him. Okay? I get in Discord with him, and I link him a guide. All right? I link him a guide on how to get all of these things unlocked.
I wouldn't do that, because that's like dropping the Bible or the fucking complete edition of the encyclopedia on someone's desk and being like, this is what you need to do now. Boom! Like, dust flies everywhere. Like, you're on page 1 of 9,654. But the question raises, yeah, it sucks that this is in the game. But at the same time, was that guy fine, just like not knowing what was going on?
I'm going to tell him exactly what he needs to do to level them up. And he says, okay, reluctantly. And then he literally quits. Instead of doing all of those things, he literally just stops playing the game.
Fucking right.
He literally quit that day. I'm not joking. Like, this is a true story. This is someone who wanted to PvP. This is someone who wanted to play. He grinded all of his honor gear. He grinded a bunch of his conquest gear. And then when I told him all the other stuff he needed to do, I was like, oh yeah, you got to do your Torghast to get your legendary. You got to do the world bosses. Here's your guide. Get your renown up. Grind your conduits. He's... fuck that, and he quit. So this is a true story of a real player, and I'm sure he's not the first person. Okay, so I'm just putting that out there. People want to play the game, but it's way too jarring. Okay, so
it is if you drop them all at once, to be fair, but you're not wrong by any means. Like, that is what you're going to need to do eventually. Like the essences, fucking essence system, mother trucker, right? Remember the essence system? Jesus fuck. When it came to alts, it's like, okay, now describe 50,000 honor on your alt. No. No. No thanks. Or even on your main. There were so many people who quit the second that they realized what the essence system involved, that they just stopped playing the game. It was like, oh, so what I want is like blood of the enemy. No. Oh, has Josh got something to say? I wonder if they knew internally. I doubt it. How is this your response? Several thousand employees are currently freaking the fuck out. They did not know internally. What did oh, he just put a smile. Yeah. He just put a smile. Smile face. Well, he's trying to hide spoilers, right? Maybe he's doing a good thing. So they did not know internally, obviously. Was this a leak and then they released the articles immediately? They had them all prepared, but they had to release them immediately. I wonder. Oof. Scary for the staff. Very scary. Scary. If you just joined us, Microsoft's buying Blizzard. Well, Activision Blizzard King. 70 billion large, they're paying. 70 billion on the money. I think it's a good thing. Hopefully. I mean, there's always going to be staff losses, which is horrible to feel. That's always going to happen because there's always a big duplication of jobs when you make this kind of acquisition. There's always a huge duplication of jobs. Buying the dip? I don't know about that. I don't know, man. The horrible Blizzard balancing did it for me. Yeah, I mean, we've all got our reasons why we stopped playing. It was years of little micro things for me. Like years of micro things. If you read towards the bottom, the deal won't close till 2023. They did say, they said sometime in 2023, didn't they? Yeah, we've read this already. So they've all agreed it. It's the only thing holding it back, I think, is just the paperwork, and I think the government has to get involved at some point. Yeah, close fiscal year 2023 there. Be fast. Be fast. Phil Spencer's all right. It could be good. I mean, I have hope. I genuinely have hope. I genuinely have some good hopes here. I mean, my biggest hope is that I don't think they're going to tolerate any of the bullshit that's been going on at Microsoft. Ain't happening. They'll go through that like a fucking diarrhea tablet, man. They'll shit out all them. I really feel like they're just going to go in and kick some ass. I mean, what? I should know her name, but who was that lady who was the co-CEO? And she quit like after 2 months or something, right? I stopped getting involved in any Blizzard news because it was just driving me round the bend. Yeah, Jen O'Neill. Because she just walked into the boys club, right? That's what she said, basically. She just walked in and it was just dog. And nothing she was doing mattered, so she just got out straight away. That was the reasoning, right? It's just like, it was just a joke. A message from Jen O'Neill. Oh, that's the official one. Not that one. She was paid less. This is a PC Gamer one. Blizzard boss Jen O'Neill was paid less than her male counterpart prior to resigning. Blizzard co-head Jen O'Neill announced her resignation earlier this month, barely 3 months after taking the job, saying that it was inspired by the passion of everyone at the studio to move to a more industry-wide approach to improving diversity and inclusion. According to a new IGN report, though, she was also motivated in part by the fact that she was getting paid less than her counterpart Mike Ibarra, and that Blizzard was apparently reluctant to address the imbalance. In a message to the Blizzard employees, Ibarra said that he and O'Neill told Activision Blizzard management that they wanted to be paid the same amount, because they were doing the same job. They were being paid differently, he explained, because they were under separate existing contracts when they were offered the job to head up Blizzard. I ran Battle.net Online and online products, and she ran Vicarious Visions, so our pay was different. The first time both Jen and I offered a new contract, it was the same across both of us for the new co-leader of Blizzard roles, so our compensation was going to be the same. Ibarra's explanation apparently came in response to allegations made in a recent Wall Street Journal report, which says that shortly after O'Neill took the top job at Blizzard, she sent an email to Activision's legal department complaining that the company would never prioritize our people the right way. She also said in the email that she had been sexually harassed at the company and was being paid less than Ibarra and wanted to discuss her resignation. 3 months. O'Neill took issue with one element of Ibarra's Slack message, saying in a separate chat that while they did in fact take the Blizzard co-lead jobs under unequal contracts, there was no immediate offer to make them equivalent. It remained that way for some time, well after we made multiple rejected requests to change it to parity. So he was trying as well. She wrote, in fact, it wasn't until after O'Neill tendered her resignation that she and Ibarra were offered equivalent money. O'Neill said she clarified the point in order to ensure that there was no misunderstanding about when I was offered equivalent compensation. But the comments stand in stark contrast to the surprisingly optimistic statement released. Yeah, that's, the public statements are always bollocks. I'm doing this not because I'm without hope for Blizzard, quite the opposite. I'm inspired by the passion of everyone here, working towards meaningful, lasting change with their whole hearts, O'Neill wrote at the time. This energy has inspired me to step out and explore how I can do more to have games and diversity intersect and hopefully make a broader industry-wide impact. Despite the upbeat messaging, her resignation hit many employees hard. One source at Activision Blizzard told PC Gamer that her surprise announcement had killed a morale boost employees were feeling in the wake of concessions to employee demands that company management had made in October. It's also impossible to overlook the inherent hypocrisy in the pay differential between O'Neill and Ibarra. Blizzard said the new leaders were committed to ensuring the studio is the safest, most welcoming workplace possible for women and people of any gender, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or background. Yet it couldn't be bothered to ensure they were being paid the same. O'Neill and Ibarra assumed control of Blizzard in August 2021 after the departure of J. Allen Brack, who stepped down amidst the ongoing scandal over persistent discrimination and sexual harassment of Activision Blizzard. O'Neill tendered her resignation in November 2nd, but will remain with the company until the end of 2021. Let's see these tweets here. How quickly do you think this deal was made? I feel like it was fast. I feel like it was really, really fast. Like, compared to what it should be. I feel like it was really... Chad's Bobby. Bobby's letter on the website. Yeah, building the metaverse is something they're pushing. Which could be good as well. Like, I don't have negatives about that kind of stuff. I don't have any negatives about that. It could be good. Wants to awaken. Conspiracy theory, Microsoft is buying it to kick Bobby out. Well, they've said in their open statement that Bobby's staying. My reading of what's actually happening is they want Bobby to stay out the way, but not rock the boat immediately, because shares might drop. Genuinely. If they kick Bobby out, shares will probably drop. And he'll be gone in like 6 months. That would be my guess. I think he'll be out in about 6 months. Something like that. 6 months to a year, they'll want him out. He might be a moneymaker, but clearly not in the right way. Clearly not in the right way. That would be my gamble. Gamble? That's my gamble on that. Is I think they'll want him to stay, keep the title, stay the fuck out of the way, and then you'll be going in 6 months with a golden parachute. Well, that's the way it's going to be until the deal's settled and finalized and all that kind of stuff. 6 months to a year, they'll want him out. I think. Did you see Sony? Are they trolling? I want Sony's be trolling. As Sony wanted to make a very strong and principled stance against employee harassment, which is why 30 minutes ago we decided to never work with Activision Blizzard again. Whoa! Whoa! That's funny. It's troll account, but that's fucking funny. That is really funny. That is fucking funny. Oh, that's cool as fuck. The goat never misses. That is funny. Fucking hell. That's hilarious. That's really funny. I love troll accounts. You see that God one? The God one's legit. I like it if companies are fucking more like that. They're not gonna be, because it would be bad, but yeah, pretty good. Hey, Redspo, how you doing, brother? It has been this long. It has, indeed. It has. You finished your masters? So happy for you, brother. We had Tricepsis finished his qualifications as a physiotherapist as well. Yeah. I heard that Bill Gates would want him there. Kotic's a PR nightmare. I don't think I'd even want him there. Like, it's usually the technique is you kind of keep things relatively stable so it doesn't rock, at least on the front, and then later on away. Yeah, you assess everything, get everything sorted, and then you clean house. I mean, I really feel like this was done really quickly compared to these kind of deals. This feels like it was done pretty fast. How bad must things have gotten in the last 12 months? Because this deal is not on the table 12 months ago. It was the same feeling I had when they said they might do some cross-faction stuff in World of Warcraft. It's like, how bad is the player base? Right? How bad is the player base that that's a consideration at this point? You have plenty of opportunity to do that in the past. Activision Blizzard stocks. Doink. Badoink. Stonks go up. Stonks go up. Like that. Gadunk. To the moon, baby. To the moon. Yeesh. That was January. Oof. Oof. So January 2021 last year, January 21. Up and then down. Yeah, we're pre-market now. Well, these will be all the pre-buys, right? Putting in their orders. So he complained to Bill. He doesn't even work at Microsoft anymore, right? It's like the dip was planned since Warcraft 3. I don't know. I think it's good. I think it's good news. I mean, there are always going to be negatives involved, but overall, I think this is a real potentially good thing. It has potential. Shadowlands have potential. Right? Oh, we just looked at Josh's tweet. Yeah. Yeah, like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, there'll be a letter going on. My favorite part about my job is how I have no idea what it is on a weekly basis. Josh, if you came working for PreachGaming, you would feel the same way as well. Just to let you know. Just to let you know. It's not as bad as it was over there, though. It's not as... not a boat that's rocking that much, but yeah. Check this one. Oh my god, it's all coming out now, man, isn't it? The floodgates are open. Oh, Bobby. Oh, this is Bobby's letter. Okay, cool. Team, today is an incredibly exciting day. Wait, this is perfect, Bobby letter music. Team, my name is Bobby Kotick. Today is an incredibly exciting day. As we continue our journey to connect and engage the world through epic entertainment, we will eventually do so as part of Microsoft. I am certain that our incredible talent and extraordinary games, combined with our shared commitment to the very best workplace, will enable us to grow in an increasingly more competitive race for leadership as gaming through the metaverse evolves. How we got here? Where are we going? When you reflect on what we've built together, we have so much to be proud of. For the last 31 years, we've continuously shaped gaming through our commitment to deliver joy, fun, the thrill of accomplishment. We've transformed games into social experiences and enabled players to find purpose and meaning through the most engaging form of entertainment, our games. By doing so, we've created and entertained communities of hundreds of millions of players. Connecting these communities together is the next step. Facebook, Google, Tencent, NetEase, Amazon, Apple, Sony, Disney, many more have ambitions for their own gaming and metaverse initiatives. Established and emerging competitors see opportunity for virtual worlds filled with professionally produced content, user-generated content, and rich social connections. Our talent and our games are important components of the construction of the rich metaverse. We have always attracted the very best game makers and built the very best games, seizing opportunity with passion, inspiration, focus, and determination. A partnership, though, to define the future. As investments in cloud computing, AI and machine learning, data analytics, and user interface and experience capabilities are becoming more competitive, we believe this partnership will better enable our ambitions. In considering possible partners, all roads ultimately led to Microsoft. Like us, they have been making games for a long time. Microsoft has already distributed games to hundreds of millions of the world's computers and computing devices, and has technologies and innovation that will support the next generation of games. Microsoft will also support our journey to further strengthen our culture. Satya Nadella, Microsoft's CEO, has been a passionate advocate for caring as the currency of leadership, inspiring people through empathy as a powerful motivator, and one we embrace as we renew our resolve. And in the work we are now doing to set a new standard for welcoming and inclusive workplace culture. Importantly, Microsoft wants you, your talent, your creativity, and your dedication to each other. Activision Blizzard's success throughout the years can be directly attributed to each of you. Microsoft recognizes the commitment to excellence and creative independence that sets us apart, and we anticipate minimal changes for our workforce following the close of the transaction. Microsoft's diverse operations will give us access to valuable expertise, technology, and tools, and provide even greater opportunities for learning and development. No organization's culture, including ours, is without need for improvement. And thanks to your input, we are making strides on improving ours. My commitment is to continue evolving our culture so that come closing, Microsoft is acquiring an exemplary workplace. I mean, that was very, very believable, Bobby. Oh, I'm convinced. I'm sold. I'll buy 10. No, 100. I'll buy them all. Just take my money. Right? Oh, beautiful. I see it now, Bobby. I see it. I mean, it does read like you threw some words into a generator and this is what it spat out. But I buy it. I'll buy it all. I feel comforted. Comforted. I promised. Everything will be fine. The metaverse will rise. Wonderful. I can't wait. I'm absolutely sold. Good job, Bobby. How can you believe a public press statement by a company? Like, honestly, who's believing that? Ever? Right? Who the fuck is believing a public press statement by a company in their entire life? Bullshit. Where can we buy the statement as an NFT? I don't know. Shareholders don't believe that. They help fucking write it. Are you kidding me? They literally help write it. There's no way they believe that shit. They're like, make sure metaverse is in there. Mention the metaverse. The metaverse rises. Oh, Link has got a tweet. Oh, it's... Did he wouldn't have known, right? I think I'm still following him. I just want to come to work and do work, like, for just one day. I just want to do my job, man. But apparently, in the last, like, at least 16 or even 2 years, it's like coming to work in a bouncy house. Every fucking day is like coming to work in a bouncy house. I mean, we can make jokes, but like I said earlier, knowing and talking to those staff who have lived under these conditions, I don't wish it on anybody. I really don't. I think it was the first smiley face I'd seen out of a certain Blizzard employee the other day. And I felt so happy ever since I started dealing with them. You sent a tweet from GamesBiz UK, shows Bobby's payout? What do you mean? GamesBiz UK. Alex at GamesBiz. Biz. Not everything is about the metaverse. I mean, that's a lie. Here's what the filing says. What is this? Under the Kotick Employment Agreement, cause means a determination by a board that Mr. Kotick engaged in an act of fraud or embezzlement in respect to... What is this? What's the Kotick Employment Agreement? Does he get his own special one? What's this? Are these the rules they've put on him for the employment? Has he got his own special rules, like a gremlin? Is that what this is? Can we not feed him after midnight, or we're not allowed to put water on him? Under the Kotick employment agreement clause means a determination by our board that Mr. Kotick engaged in acts of fraud, investments, or assets, or 2 was convicted or have pled guilty or nolo contender to a felony in the laws of the United States or any thereof. 3 engaged in willful misconduct of gross negligence in connection with the performance of his duties that caused likely to cause severe harm to us. 4 was intentionally dishonest in the performance of his duties under his employment agreement, and such dishonesty had a material adverse effect on us. Or 5, materially breached his material obligations under his employment contract. Under the Kotick employment agreement, subject to certain advance notice requirements and our right to cure, good reason, means the occurrence of any of the following without Mr. Kotick's consent. 1, a reduction in base salary or target annual bonus. 2, a material reduction in certain benefits of which he is contractually entitled. 3, the assignment of him of any duties materially inconsistent with his position, duties, responsibilities, or status as with us, or a material adverse change in his duties, responsibilities, authorities, reporting responsibilities, titles, or offices as in effect prior to such assignment or change, including his ceasing to have the title of CEO of Activision Blizzard, or following a change of control or success of the ultimate part. Yeah, they're nowhere. I mean, it's not like they're nowhere near a monopoly, but they're not a monopoly yet. But you know, it's rising for sure. What's the Kotick law? I don't know. I mean, I'm partially excited. I mean, obviously feel really bad for the Blizzard staff now. We were like, what is it today? Because that's what they're dealing with. It's like, well, what nonsense do we have to deal with today? From the gaming side of it, I'm pretty excited. The top one. Here's how much Activision Blizzard is to pay Kotick if he is terminated as a result of a change of control to the company per his agreement. This is how much he gets if he gets fired. Where do I get this deal? Where's the fucking Mike Lamb employment agreement? Right? Where's mine? I want special laws and shit named after me. Where's that? You getting out? I just got to go on with my monitor and it hasn't even got a stand on it. That's all I get. You're your own boss, make it up. Just make up your own little contract. You're not worth 7 billion. I mean, according to that website, I'm worth $500,000. It's a good deal. Right? I've got some value somewhere. According to a fake website who thinks I'm 50 and single. That adds up. Yeah, I'm 50 and single. According to that website, I'm worth $500,000. Yeah, I mean, if you do the quick math, right? We have, what? 8,220 subs. So, Bezos gets a chunk of that. I mean, if you add that up, I probably earn something like 7 to 8 billion a month. Right? And I don't pay the staff anything because, I mean, honestly, I'm giving them exposure, right? You guys know who Chris and Bex and Nups are. So they're getting paid in that. And I got the new office for free because they know who I am. That's all I said. That's what I signed on the contract. They were like, sign here. And I put, you know who I am. And that's it. Yeah, they got loads of exposure. The math adds up. Don't question it. $292 million. It's in stages as well. So that's termination by Activision Blizzard without cause, or termination by employee for good reason following a change of control. Man, he only gets $252 million if he dies. Isn't it weird to see the value of your life? You guys not find that really creepy? There's a number on it. Well, it's a lot of money for his family, which is, you know, I'm not going to argue with that, but if he fucks up, he doesn't get anything. Well, he gets 264 grand. If he really royally fucks up, boom. Nothing. He's not that stupid, I wouldn't imagine, though. Might be evil, but he's not stupid. Paid in exposure. Yeah, only 264k is a lot to us. But we're not riding yachts, guys. I know, although I imagine some of you are sat on the back of your yacht right now, watching this on your mobile. Like, that's a lot of money to us, but it's not a lot of money to a guy who also gets $292 million for getting fired, right? There's a sliding scale of currency here that we all need to understand. We do not live in the world where when we get fired, we get $292 million, right? If that was the case, we would be spitting in all the hamburgers every single day, you know? We would be doing some pretty bad shit to try and get fired. We would definitely be into some sly underhand stuff. Oh, is Phil on it? Let's see what Phil's got to say. Big Phil. As we extend the joy and community of gaming to everyone, we're incredibly excited to welcome the fantastic teams and iconic franchises of Activision Blizzard. Did he have an actual thing? Oh, here we go. By Phil Spencer. Here we go. Big Phil. As a team, we're on a mission to extend the joy and community of gaming to everyone on the planet. We all know that gaming is the most vibrant and dynamic form of entertainment worldwide, and we've experienced the power of social connection and friendships that gaming... Gamba! How many metaverse mentions? Because that's what they're pushing. I'm going to go with 2. I'm going with 2 metaverse mentions. As we pursue that mission, it is incredibly exciting to announce that Microsoft has agreed to acquire Activision Blizzard. Over many decades, the studios and teams that make up Activision Blizzard have earned vast wellsprings of joy and good use of wellsprings and respect from billions of people all over the world. We're incredibly excited to have the chance to work with the amazing, talented, dedicated people across Activision Publishing, Blizzard Entertainment, Beanox, Demonware, Digital Legends, High Moon, Infinity Ward, King, Major League Gaming, Radical, Raven, Sledgehammer, Toys for Bob, Treyarch, and even teams across Activision Blizzard. Until this transaction closes, Activision Blizzard and Microsoft Gaming will continue to operate independently. Once the deal is complete, the Activision Blizzard business will report to me as CEO. You hear that, Bobby? The fucking me, dickhead. Upon the close, we will offer as many Activision Blizzard games as we can within the Xbox Games Pass and PC Games Pass. Both new titles and games from Activision Blizzard's incredible catalogue. We also announced today that Game Pass now has more than 25 million subs. What we at? Are we really shitter than Game Pass? Ops, will you get on it, man? I'm trying my hardest up here. I really am, but we're getting beat by Game Pass. Fuck, it's sad. Pisses me off, man. The fantastic franchises across ActiBliz will also accelerate our plans for cloud gaming. Allowing more people... Are they buying some tech that ActiBliz was working on? Allowing more people in more places around the world to participate in Xbox using phones, tablets, laptops, and other devices. Activision Blizzard games are enjoyed on a variety of platforms, so we plan to continue to support those. As a company, Microsoft is committed to our journey for inclusion in every aspect of gaming among both employees and players. We deeply value individual studio cultures. We also believe that creative success and autonomy go hand in hand with treating every person with dignity and respect. We hold all teams and all leaders to this commitment. We're looking forward to extending our culture of proactive inclusion to the great teams across Activision Blizzard. Around the world, there's no more exciting venue for fun and connection than video games. And there's never been a... I mean, this is a much more... Is it me, or is this like a much more stern letter from Phil? Which it has to be, because he's in charge of... You know, he's the Microsoft guy. It's like, just letting all you Microsoft Xbox fans know... This is what we're doing. This is happening. If you have concerns, this is what we're doing. Around the world, there's no more exciting venue for fun and connection in video games, and there has never been a better time to play them right now. As we extend the joy and community of gaming to everyone, we look forward to welcome all our friends at ActiBliz. And a picture of him in charge? What a chad. He didn't mention the metaverse once. That is a Chad move right there. I'm surprised he didn't draw Bobby in with paint. Put 2023 over the top of it. Like, you know, just like a little fucking picture. Just drew it in. Just drew it in. He's not a leader. Let's see. Do it? No, I'm not doing it. No. He didn't mention the metaverse. Interesting. I would have thought he would have. Okay. I mean, judging from all the press notes, they've had 3 things to mention, which has been inclusivity, the amount of how big the studio is. They've had these 3 points that they needed to hit in all the posts: inclusivity and cleaning up the indication that they're going to clean up Activision Blizzard. How big the studio is, they've mentioned that in every single post. And the third one has been the metaverse. Like, they've had those three key points that they've had to hit. That's the only one I've seen so far that has not done that. Oh, Chris, you need to put a thing at the end. Beat Game Pass. Beat Game Pass. We need to do that. Yeah, I don't think. I imagine. I wonder if Phil was like a bit like against it. You know, a bit against it. I'm pretty pleased in a way. It provides me with hope. We're close. We're getting there. We're getting there. One step at a time. We just gotta keep plodding on, one foot in front of the other. One foot in front of the other. We will take down Game Pass, guys. We can do it. Yeah, we need a subathon to hit it. Yeah, I don't think so. What's your guys' immediate reaction then? Because I've been reading a lot. I haven't really seen what you guys... Are you guys pretty excited by this? Like, from a gaming standpoint. From a gaming standpoint. Don't care. Really? No? Yes? Alright, so a mixed point of view, which is good. Skepticism is good. Skepticism is good. I mean, I'm leaning to the sides of hope here. Oh, thank you, Coffee. It's spare time. Thank you. We're on our way. We're on our way. 25 million any day. Cautiously optimistic. I'm optimistic about this. For a lot of games, this will breathe new life in. This will breathe a lot of new life in. Hopefully, including Warcraft. I think they might have to look at redoing a lot of their games, though, for a more... I mean, console players... Dare we say it? Like console Andes, they're a bit more on the casual side. They're a bit more on the casual side, you know? It might look too old for them. Maybe. I don't know. Overwatch should get a big boost, I would have thought. Overwatch on Game Pass should get a decent boost, right? I mean, that's an easy one to transfer over. Emma wants you to call her. He does. Okay. Second, dudes, I need to call my wife. Back in a second. I just need to call wifey. My God. Unfair, thank you very much. Steve Strange, thank you. That's Land of the Mods. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Yeah, I think that's my final thoughts on this anyway. I'm hopeful. I've got hope. I'll see what happens in next. When this deal's signed, let's see what happens 6 months after that. Long away Diablo Mobile. Apparently it's a good game now. Not Dungeon Tie. It's time for me to go. My wife needs me. That's why she was calling. She does need me. I would like to do MSQ. I was up for MSQ, but I need to go and be a husband. Unfortunately. I also get to see my wife and kids, which is nice. You know, swings and roundabouts. Yeah, swings and roundabouts. Rip MSQ. Don't worry. We'll be back to it tomorrow. We will absolutely be back to it tomorrow. Let's go say hi to Zeppler. Zeppler, just a couple of announcements. Zeppler will be joining us for our haunted house tour. We're going to get your entries in if you can build a haunted house in FF14. We're going to be doing tours of them. She's going to be joining us as a judge. It should be really fun. Tomorrow is MSQ. And we haven't got anything for the end of the week. We had the wedding today. Yes, I don't think so. I don't think so. So it should be fine. All right. So be awesome. Be good. And I'll be watching the news. And we'll talk about a little bit more about it in the morning, eh? Because there'll be more stuff coming out of the next few hours for sure. There'll be a lot more stuffing up. Help to get Zeppelin tell you made good mog. I like my mog. All right. Be awesome, dudes. I'll see you in a bit. Bye, guys.